Now, something interesting here. Cracks in Ruto-Raila marriage. That is something that I saw in on the Daily Nation. Now, President William Samoei Ruto's allies are accusing their ODM counterparts in the bread-based government of blackmailing the government, that is the ruling government, the Kenya Kwanza-led administration. It was started by the majority leader in the Senate, who strongly condemned Kisumu governor, that is Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, of blackmail. And it seems that there is a serious rift in the bread-based government, and it might soon break up and erupt to other serious political indifferences. Now let me just give you a brief here. You see, the problem is coming on the devolution part, whereby members of parliament are fighting for the rural roads funds, and the governors are also fighting for the very same funds. But in reality, these funds are supposed to be with governors, that is as per devolution. But the National Assembly, through the CDF, also want to hold on these funds. Not that the funds are coming to the CDF, but they are coming to the Rural Roads Authority, being in control by the members of parliament. That is the thing that governors don't want. But since the parliament is responsible to budgeting, they have refused to give a nod to those funds to go to the governors. That is that state of affairs there, that the parliament has refused to appropriate these funds to the counties. Now, another interesting thing here, President William Samoei Ruto, since time and memorial, he is not pro-devolution. You remember even up to when the 2010 constitution was being promulgated, under the campaign part, President William Samoei Ruto strongly opposed the devolution part in the 2010 constitution. Now, President William Samoei Ruto, when he was in some church function sometimes back, one of the Sundays before, he said that since governors and members of parliament are fighting for these funds, just bring them to the national government so that I can handle the funds.
Mimi ningeomba hawa waheshimiwa wakiwa hapa. Najua kuna mvutano ya pesa kati ya counties na wabunge, ile pesa ya barabara. Na hiyo pesa ya barabara mnayoputania, mkiniwachia naweza kupanga pesa nyingi ya kutengeneza hizi barabara zote. Kwa sababu sasa hiyo pesa mnachukua mnaenda tengeneza barabara kidogo ya mara kutoka hapa mpaka pale, inanyesha siku moja inaisha yote.
That is very interesting. That seriously tells you that President William Samoei Ruto is really not pro devolution, and it has brought jitters. And if you can clearly remember, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is seriously a devolution defender, and he always fights for devolution, whichever the case. Maneno itachemuka hapa mbele. That's why I was telling those people that are from ODM quarters, who are deeply in support of the broad-based administration, waingize mguu moja ingine nje, wasiingize tu miguu yote ndani, kwa sababu tajipata kwa mataa hapa mbele. Maneno inaenda kuchemuka hapa, kwa sababu this is just but political reaffirmations. Maneno inaendelea kujipika tu polepole. Don't think that these fights, National Assembly na governors just came from nowhere. These are political instigated wars. Ngoja utaona hapo mbele venye maneno itachemuka. Another thing that I want to talk about is Tana River governor, that is Dado Godana. I think I've pronounced the name right. Dado Godana was seriously crying about how the influx of the Somali community from the Somali nation into their county. That is a very sad state of affairs. And I think President William Samoei Ruto should explain more on this, because he's the one who was saying that national identification cards should be given without vetting. Listen in to what Tana River governor had to say.
Tatizo la vitambulisho, hawa hawana shida ya Wakenya kupewa vitambulisho. Hawana shida. Na tunampongeza rais kwa kusema Mkenya asidhulumike. Hiyo sawa. Lakini hapa Tana River hii kuna mtiririko, sio peke yake ya Wasomali kutoka Wajia na Garissa ambao wanakuja kutugonganisha hapa, lakini kuna mtiririko wa Somali kutoka Somalia. Mheshimiwa, nielewe hapa. Unasikia wanapiga makofi. Mtiririko wa Somali kutoka Somalia. Na ajabu ni kwamba wakifika Tana River hii, sijaiona mahali pengine, wanatumia ujanja gani hatujui. Wanapewa location hapo hapo. Inakatwa location ya watu wa Tana River, inapewa location mtu ya Somalia. Alafu muda mfupi anapewa chief. Huyo chief ndio wewe unamwamrisha, unamwambia aharakishe mambo ya ID. Huyo sasa mwenye anatoka Somalia, wewe sasa unamwamrisha. Hujui ya kwamba hapa kuna machifu wa Somalia wako. Huyo sasa ndio anaenda sasa kupanga mipango ya kuandikisha watu wengine wa Somalia. Ndio shida ya hawa wananchi, na huo ndio msukosuko uko Tana River hii. Msukosuko wa ardhi ni hiyo. Msukosuko wa usalama ni hiyo. Na haisemwi hapa. Maombi yangu, na tulikuwa tumeomba sote kama viongozi, zile location zote ambazo ziko kwa faili ya huyu, tulisema zifutiliwe mbali hizo location. Hao machifu bandia wafutiliwe mbali. Vitambulisho feki walivyopewa ichunguzwe, vifutiliwe mbali. Na wao wapeleke kwa refugee camp. Wapeleke kwa refugee camp. Tunaelewa Somalia iko na msukosuko. Ni ndugu zetu wale watu wa Somalia. Hatutaki sisi wapate shida. Laiti mimi ningekuwa na uwezo ya kwenda kuweka amani kule, ningeiweka.
Tana River governor is not opposing people being given national identifications. But you see, this is a state whereby Somalis come from their nation, they come to Tana River, they in some set of location, they stay there. That area is made a location, that area is given a chief. These people are given national identification cards without clear vetting. And now there we are treading on a very dangerous trajectory. And I think governor is very, very right. He was addressing a congregation whereby Interior Cabinet Secretary, that is Bwana Murkomen, was in attendance. If we continue with this rate, this nation will be seriously influxed by the Somali community. Not the Somali from Kenya, but Somali from Somaliland. And you see, if they come, they get to a position of forming their own location. It seems these people are deep-rooted and they have strong muscles in government. That is a thing that should be looked into with the third eye. That's why insecurity in Tana River has taken long to end because of such things. Sasa mtu akitoka Somali huko akuje aweke base hapa Kenya, what will hinder him not to bringing Al-Shabaab in our country na wakae kama kwao? Hapo President William Samoei Ruto should reconsider that declaration that identification cards should not be vetted before issuing. Should seriously reconsider that. I think that is what we have For now, this is Daily Order Boga TV. Remember to subscribe onto our YouTube channel and press the notification button so that when you come up with this important political content, YouTube will automatically notify you. Till next time, goodbye.